No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I kind of do want it, but I don't. We've just found out that Manchester City, if they get past Real Madrid, will face Liverpool in the Champions League final. No, I cannot handle that. I cannot handle that potential breakdown. Either way, this is a very, very big bit of news. City are 90-minute game away against Champions League royalty in Real Madrid from meeting Liverpool in our second consecutive Champions League final. It'll be absolutely huge. It'll be ridiculously huge. And I'm already dreading that potential outcome and the noise around it. And City essentially now, we're the one responsible for stopping a quadruple. There's no one in it now. It's just City. That's it. It's on us to prevent an apocalypse, basically. And we need to do it. We absolutely do need to do it. Hello to everyone who's already here in the chat. Everyone who's feeling a little bit anxious about this game. It's good to see you all here. You beautiful people. Do give this video a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you're new to it too, of course. Hello to the wife as well, who just wants to derail me for doing this video, talking about baby stuff as usual. Love you. She can hear me. She's in the other room. Hello to everyone else here talking about football as well. This game is absolutely massive. It's absolutely huge. It's as big as football gets until the next one, essentially. It really is as that. It's City going to the Santiago Bernabéu, one of the most iconic stadiums in world football. This is where we come from, by the way. I am old enough to know when City were terrible. I don't know, away at York and all that kind of stuff. Those days, watching City play Macclesfield. And now this is the Bernabéu to play in our second Champions League final in a row. This is literally what football is all about. And I'm very, very, very excited, but also pinching myself a tiny little bit. Sometimes we need to remember these things. Remember just how far we've come, and that we're there on merit as well. If City go through tomorrow, it's because they've beaten Real Madrid, being the better team. I'm almost certain that they are the better team, and I do trust this Manchester City side, but there's no escaping the enormity of this game. And to be honest, I'm confident, guys. I'm absolutely genuinely confident about this. I trust this Manchester City side. I mean, I feel like they've earned our trust over the years. They have, haven't they? They really have earned our trust by being brilliant continuously. And like, this City side is a team made of really stern stuff compared to the ones over previous years in the Champions League. Something changed last season. It really did change. Maybe it was Diaz. Maybe it was belief. Maybe it was just the City really starting to grow into this competition. But whatever it was, something did change. And you can sense that sometimes. You can sense that belief within the squad. You've only got to look at us recently in big games. Atletico, for example, even the first leg against Real Madrid. I know we weren't quite clinical enough in the first leg, but still, we were the better team in pretty much all those games. We've been pretty much the better team in any big game this year, even when we haven't won it. When we played our stronger team, of course, the FA Cup semi-final, the exception there, when we kind of threw it away with our team selection. But in the games where it's actually mattered, even if we've not won, like Liverpool in both league games, I think City have been the better team. Essentially, we shouldn't fear anyone. And I really hand on heart believe that, because this City team are monstrously good at the very best. And this is a team now that really does belong at this level. And they do believe they should be there as well. So you've got to trust this Manchester City side, because they're there all the time now. And those kind of jitters I used to have in the Champions League, they sort of don't really bother me anymore. I kind of hope tomorrow that Real Madrid's keeper is as useless as Rulli was tonight for Villarreal. Genuinely, that man, he's had an absolute mare, Rulli. I watched Liverpool game. I mean, it's the hope that gets you sometimes. I thought Villarreal did so well, and then they threw it all back. They threw it all in the bin, because Rulli went Geronimo and was absolutely terrible. Terrible stuff. So hopefully we get a little bit of luck like Liverpool did. But I'm not expecting it. I'm expecting a dodgy decision to go against them. I'm expecting us to have to really force the victory ourselves. We're going to have to win in spite of the referees, in spite of Real Madrid and all that kind of stuff. I really do expect we're going to have to do it, because we won't get any luck at all. I'm not expecting an overthinking team at all. James Nichols just asked that. I'm not expecting it. No, I'm not. I'm expecting Pep to go for a team that we pretty much will predict. So I'll get onto it in a minute. I'll get onto the team news and all that kind of stuff shortly. For now, though, I'm just talking about the vibe of the game and how I do think the squad are prepared for this. I really do believe that they are. And trust is the word. It really is the word. You've got to trust this team these days. It's going to be huge. But I've been really calm all week, honestly. I think a lot of people forgot last week, or the week before, sorry, that City won that game. I know that sounds really obvious, but I've watched and heard pundits say Madrid are going through. And they've not given a single reason why. They've just said Madrid are going through. It's just like vibes as opposed to any form of rational discussion or logic. I mean, it's like they forgot that City were by far the better team in that Real Madrid-Man City game when we won 4-3. We were by far the better team. We were. It wasn't close. The only reason they managed to keep the game tight was because of Benzema, of course, but also a little bit of luck with the Laporte thing. And then, of course, a terrible bit of defending. Well, they basically did ride their luck a little bit. And Real Madrid, fair play to them. But this idea that, it's going to be Real Madrid going through almost ubiquitously that I've seen in the media, I don't understand it. Like, I felt like I watched a different game. And I said as well, after the full time with the first leg, personally, I was happy that Madrid were happy with that, because they're happy with that. They'll take their eye off the ball a little bit and they'll get complacent, because that wasn't a good performance for them. I'm sorry, it was a decent result, but it wasn't a good performance. And I think they mistook the performance with the result, and I think it's an entirely different thing. I really think they haven't got it right there. I want them to play the same again, exactly the same again, because if they do, City will whip them. They absolutely will cut through them constantly. They really, really will. Especially considering the fact that they haven't really got, their best defence at the moment. No Alaba and all that kind of stuff. Alaba's going to be out, which means they're going to have a very, very weak defence. So there's always that, there's always that. In terms of actual City, I do feel a little bit more confident just because Kyle Walker could be back, He could be back. He is training with the first team. Guardiola has pointed that out. He's training with the first team right now, which is massive. I don't know if he'll play or not, but that's obviously huge. Kyle Walker being available, potentially. If he does, man, that would be absolutely phenomenal, wouldn't it? Guardiola said he trained, he'll travel, and we'll decide tomorrow. I'm happy he's back and he tries to be contention for tomorrow. Fingers crossed he would be, man. Cancelo, of course, he's back after his suspension, so that's good news. We've got Cancelo, potentially Walker. Unfortunately, it looks like there won't be any John Stones. John Stones is not going to be available, but he will travel with the team, which is, it's better than nothing in terms of I'm happy he'll be there. Louis, where's the super chat thing? I've lost the highlighty thing. 1 second. Where is it? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I'm on the wrong one, that's why. There we go, sort it out. Louis says, Real are a team of moments. We are a team of sustained pressure and chances. Exactly that. I think that's true. Real have big moments because they've got big quality players like Vinicius, Benzema, Modric and so on. Rodrigo can be really good as well. But I think largely City are a team of sustained pressure. And I agree with Louis on that, man. Absolutely spot on, pal. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if he's available, Walker, that would be huge. If not, it's interesting. He'll go Cancelo right back, I'm almost certain. And then you start to wonder about left back. I mean, Ake been fantastic recently, he's been absolutely quality recently, and Zinchenko becomes a warrior in games like this. So yeah, I absolutely would take it. I would take either of those players right now. It's a really, 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 well, it's a strong team. I'll jump over here to the other. Let's pick a team together. So this is what we'll pick the team. This is what I think it's going to be. Basically, it's obviously going to be Ederson in goal. Ederson is going in goal there. That's a given. We all know this. Ederson in goal, this is a given. And then left back. Do we all think Kyle Walker's going to start or not? Like, to me, I've got a sneaky suspicion he might actually start. I just got a feeling. I don't know. I've got a feeling he might just go, fuck it, put him back in. It depends if it's more... Yeah. Kyle will start. Moomin reckons no. Zinni at left. I think a lot of people... I think it's sort of split. I mean, it's really... I'll do a quick poll and I'll let you guys pick the team for the next minute. Then we'll go in the positions. Will Walker start? There we go. There's the poll. I've done it. So let me know and we'll put him in the team or not, because I genuinely don't really know. It's really difficult. I think centre-backs, we know this here. It's going to be Laporte. And it's going to be Diaz, because Stones, of course, is not available. It's going to be those two, and probably should be those two. Laporte was great the weekend. I thought he was fantastic. He'll be there. Obviously, in midfield, it's going to be Rodri here. I don't know why he's got number 8 shirt there. What kind of shirt number is that? Rodri is going there, of course. It gets a little bit more confusing when we get further forward. But Abid reckons Pep's been hiding it. I think it's going to be yes as well. We're going for Walker, everyone. We're going for Walker. We're going for it. Largely, the vote's on yes, so we're going for that. And then Cancelo over on here. So what I'm gonna do here is I think it'll be Ake over Zinchenko if it comes to it. Does everyone agree with that? It'll be Ake over Zinchenko if it comes to it. I think it might be, Walker here. That'll be Cancelo if it's not. So I put the little kind of things next to each other just in case. It could be Zinni at left back. But I think he'll go for all the defenders. So it'll be something like that. Or Zinni. I don't know. It's difficult to predict. Maybe it'll be Zinni if it's not Ake. Zinni was rested at Leeds. Do you know what? That's a good point, actually. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put Zinni as the backup to Cancelo, which is the backup to Walker, of course, over that side. I think the fact that he got a rest might be really useful, so I'm going to put him there. I think it'll be that. It'll be Cancelo, of course, at left back, or Walker. Then you see what I'm getting at there, basically. Midfield, we know this is going to be De Bruyne here. I think it's going to be De Bruyne and Bernardo. Both got a rest. Gundo wasn't that great the other day, so it's going to be this, isn't it? That is pretty much nailed on. It has to be. We all agree it has to be Jesus through the middle, right? I mean, it has to be. To me, I think it'll be this. Jesus. I think Foden's going to be on the left. Foden almost certainly on the left. It's going to be Sterling or Morris. I would not be surprised if it was Sterling. Mainly because, I think it's Foden, by the way, and Jesus. I think it has to be. The reason I think it'll be Sterling is because this is going to be on the counter a lot. And I think Sterling's pace could be absolutely crucial. But Mahrez was rested, so it's very hard to choose. But I've got a feeling he might go for Sterling at his pace. But then Mahrez is clinical, and obviously he was great last year at this stage of the competition. It's definitely Foden and Jesus. Then it's Mahrez or Sterling. Sterling had a really good game against Leeds, in my opinion. Mahrez is Mahrez. It's really difficult. I do not envy for 1 second. For what it's worth, yes, that Sterling started against Leeds. He did, but I don't think Sterling's going to be tired. I don't think he is. Grealish, Jesus, Morris. I think it'll be Foden. It could be Grealish. I think Sterling would absolutely run them ragged, actually, for what it's worth. I do think he'd run it natural constantly. I understand. Yeah, I think the fact that he's been rested, I think it'll be Mahrez. Because he's been rested. But Sterling, for what it's worth, by the way, this is my controversial take here. I think if you're looking at one who's a better impact sub, I would say Mahrez is a better impact sub than Sterling. And I think Sterling isn't good off the bench, but he's better when he starts. And Mahrez is still good off the bench. Does that make sense? That's just my general kind of guess there. So that's how I sometimes feel. Back over to the super chat. Who have we got here saying this? We've got Pac-Man. I'm a big fan of your games, mate. I really like the waka 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 waka. That's my Pac-Man sound impression. I'm sorry. It's pretty good, that, I think. Waka 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 waka. Sorry. These kids in there going, what the hell's Pac-Man? Because they're 16, and I'm sorry for all those people too young to know what Pac-Man is. Pac-Man says, Benzema is controllable, so we have to control the supply. If we pocket Vinicius, push the right wing and dictate the pace, and we'll get over the line. Yeah, I agree, Pac-Man, and thank you so much for the super chat. Always big love for the super chat. I agree. Yeah, we have to it's Benzema, isn't it? Just somehow Pac-Man, I apologise. It's always about Benzema. And if you pocket Vinicius, that would be great. The right wing and dictate the pace. Yeah, Vinicius, put a good defender on him, not old man Fernandinho. As much as I love you, Ferner, not old man Ferner. And then we can get Benzema over there, and then we can get over the line. We can do it. I agree. I absolutely agree with that. Go back over to the team lineup. So there we go. We've got that. It could be, of course, that we see, Grealish on the left. I don't think so, personally. I think when you get to this stage of the competition, you're going to trust people who've been there before. I'm putting Sterling as a backup there because, I don't know who it could be. I put Stealing then instead of Sterling. I'm just putting myself in the team. Yeah, I'll put myself in the middle. I really like the fact that we've got a striker who's definitely going to play, by the way. Is anyone else really happy with that? It's almost certainly going to be Gabby. It's going to be Gabby because he's played his way into the team, isn't it? I really like that. Grealish is just not there, but I don't think Gundogan will make the bench the team either. It's I think Gundogan, Grealish should be on the bench. I love that Jesus has actually just put himself into the team. But to be honest, in football, it's really simple sometimes. You got to start because he plays well against Real Madrid anyway. You've got to start because he's in great form. And you've got to start because he's scoring. Because he works really hard as well. So he's scored against Real Madrid before. He's in great form. He works really hard. He's hot right now. You have to play it, man. You have to go for that way. And it makes an awful lot of sense to me. Super Chats, another one coming through from Louis. My man Louis says, do not expect Real to be like Villarreal tonight. Oh, no, not in the slightest, mate. I expect, for what it's worth, I expect Real to be a little bit, not naive as such, but I expect there'll be all vibes and energy. I reckon they'll intensely go at Man City, and I think that first half an hour is going to be absolutely crucial, pal. I really believe that. I think if City somehow find a way to ride through that storm, it'll be crucial. It really will be, and I think we can. I genuinely think we can. I'm expecting there to be lots of chances for City. I really am expecting to be watch City inundate the game with chances, but if we've taken that, I don't know, mate. It's going to be really difficult. That team, though, for me, the ones on the left, the ones that I think are more likely, so Walker, Cancelo, Foden, Mahrez, that team to me is really good. It's a really good team. In terms of the people left out, when you think about it, Stones, of course, not available. It could be Ake. Ake could play at left back. It could be if Walker's not available and Cancelo has to go on the right, then it could be Ake over there. And Ake would deserve it. There is an argument for Ake in general, by the way, for what it's worth. Ake, of course, he's been fantastic. And the one thing, my big argument for Ake, if it was to come on and happen, is that he's a leader. He's a genuine leader, and leaders aren't phased in games like this. They're not phased at the biggest moments. They just stand up and they're counted, aren't they? Because they're fantastic. That's what I love about having a bunch of leaders in your team. And it feels like City have got that at the moment. Diaz is a leader. I think Rodri's a bit of a leader. De Bruyne is in his own kind of way. Ake is when he comes on. I think in general, there's an argument for him. Ake's a leader. Yeah, he is. Someone's put a question mark. Yeah, he's captain teams, pal. Like, this is a true story. When he first joined, after about 2 weeks at Man City, they did a leadership vote and he was in the top 5 players. That's after he'd been at Man City for only a few weeks. He's an incredibly well-respected, well-liked, really, really committed, dedicated professional that all the players like. So Ake's got a fantastic reputation. He's really well-liked by all the staff at the club, and he's known to be the consummate pro, and he's captain teams before in the past. So yeah, he absolutely is. He does have that to his game, and I really, really admire that. In terms of the other people, Gundogan is also a bit of a lead as well. Gundogan I've not put in my team there, just because I think Gundogan doesn't quite have the energy for this game. It's going to be Bernardo and De Bruyne against Madrid, because essentially that is essentially our strongest midfield right now. Rodri, Bernardo, De Bruyne. I mean, you've got everything there. You've got Rodri's elegance in the number 6 role. You've got Bernardo's effervescent, Duracell bunny energy to run all over the pitch, all the time, constantly. And of course, De Bruyne is the best in the world on the transition. An absolute don, like a world-class genius. And I'm expecting Kevin De Bruyne to be so up for this game, to be absolutely on fire and to run all over Real Madrid. And I'm hoping he puts into the sword nice and early. Do not be surprised if you see an early goal here. And other people are not involved. Grealish, well, as for Grealish, he's not quite ready for this game yet. And I know that's bad and all that, given the money and so on, we pay for him. But it is what it is, and that's where we're at, I reckon. I don't think we'll see Grealish. Super Chat. Who's it from? Ahmed, you're an absolute legend. Ahmed Al-Ramifi says, great predictions, looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you so much, it's very kind of you. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow as well. Once again, you got to look forward to it, haven't you? And I'm calm right now, but I must admit, for me, I'm calm, and I've got a lot going on in the world at the moment, just loads going on in life. Everything pregnant wife, trying to sort the house out, get on with life, so on. But I woke up this morning thinking about Real Madrid. And that's rare that I do it, like, given everything that's going on. I was just thinking about Real Madrid, like, oh, so much going on in my head that even I right now, I'm a little bit nervous. And tomorrow, yeah. I will be doing a watch-along tomorrow, by the way, which I can't wait. And if anyone wants to pop in, I will try as well. I reckon what I might do is do some live phone-ins, which might be good. So if you want to have a chat to me during the game, so we'll do the fan view live. I'll try and work out how to do it, but during the actual match, which I thought would be quite nice. So if anyone wants to pop in for a few minutes and chat about the game during the game tomorrow, during the watch along, that will be a thing that I'll be doing. So all members and all Patreons, they'll be linked before the game for you to join in, and I'll try and bring people in every now and then to have a quick chat during the game, which I think will be fun, and share it together, share that experience together. I'll need to chat to some of you. Alec, you're right, it does beat the relegation days, and I was there. Yeah, same, mate. I was there, and I cried a bit, more or less. That's one of the things that always bugs me when people pretend I'm not a real fan and all this stuff. I see it online where people go, oh, he's just a plastic. I'm like, don't you deny my pain. Don't you deny those years that I cried over Man City at school when I got bullied for wearing a City shirt. Do not deny that, man. I went through all that. Yusuf, yeah, I understand, mate. I think we're all very, very nervous. By the way, to those watching live, let's try and get over 100 likes. Come on, 300 people watching live. We can double the likes there. We can double it. Please do hit the subscribe button too. Let's get the likes up. Smash it. Don't smash the like button. Gently caress it. You know what I mean? Gently caress that like button. 1970 was your first game, Mark. Mine was 24 years later, 1994. Do you know what, Christian? Yeah, pretty much. It was all pretty much United fans in mine as well. Unfortunately, I went to school in South Manchester. Both my schools. I went to a school in Davie, a school in Urmston, and a school in Hale. It was mainly United fans, and it was frustrating. It was very frustrating. But that's football, isn't it? That's football. Will I start Mars tomorrow? I'm relaxed. I mean, I'm relaxed with any combination of these things here. Like, this is, you know, if any of these players are in these positions here on the pitch, I'm happy. That's what I'm going to put on here. So, hang on, come on. Any of these players are on the pitch in these combinations. Oops, not question mark. Is there any question mark? Then I'm a happy man. So any of this bunch, that's the ones that I don't mind being on the pitch. So I think it'll be Foden on the left. No, I mean, Omar, I won't take out Sterling because I think Sterling would be fantastic, actually, against them. I think he'd be really good on the counter. So, yeah, Mahrez, Sterling, Foden, Jesus. It's going to be a combination of that. If it's not Walker, it'll be Cancelo at right back. If it's not Cancelo, it'll be one of Zinni or Ake, and I'm fine with that. Rodri's going to start. I don't think Gundogan will start this game. I don't think Grealish will. I don't think Fernandinho will. So you get that, basically. That's what you get. And I think that's fine. Indeed, Ahmed's getting in with a chance. Just sometimes you just got to get in the hole. We've got Guardiola. We've got Guardiola. We've got Guardiola. So, do you know what? Just remind you, we've got Guardiola, which is a really good thing to mention. Like Guardiola's got us to this point, and like he's grown in this competition with Man City. Man City have grown with Guardiola in this competition a little bit, and like Guardiola gives me peace, man. He does. And thank you to the super chat once again. Guardiola relaxes me in these, man. Like, yeah, I'm absolutely fine with it. Like, I'm calm because he's calm, which is enough for me. What do I think of a double pivot, Fernandinho and Rodri? To be honest, no, mainly because I think the best way to attack at Real Madrid would be to just. I think in general we don't want a neutral attacking a 10. I think if we sit back, they'll score goals. So I think largely we want to kind of go at them because I think they do sit back. I just think we'll be inviting trouble onto them. Don't do that. Like, just go at them. You know what I mean? Go at them and try and score goals. It feels like the best way to play for me. And let's look at last time we played them. I'll jump over to here. Let me get over here. I mean, this is not the last time we played them. That's them at the weekend. Oops, what I'm moving there. Let me find it. Let me sort it all out. Hang on. Just everyone calm down a little bit. This is how they played at the weekend, actually. Where are we? This is how they played at the weekend when they won. I think they won 4-0 against Espanyol. Rodrigo, Camavinga. They rested quite a lot of players. So who did they rest at the weekend? They rested Benzema, Toni Kroos, Vinny, Philip Mendy. Quite an awful lot of players. Of course, last time they played us, where was it? It was 4-3, of course. City, 16 shots to their 11. And this is how they lined up against us. That's how they lined up against last time. They had Vinny, Vinicius Junior, Benzema, and Rodrigo up front. Modric, Toni Kroos, Valverde, Mendy, Alaba, Militao, and Carvajal. So I think Alaba's not going to be available. I think it'll be Nacho. What's their defenders going to be? Someone let me know who's paying more attention than I have been. But I think Casemiro is going to play in this game. Is Casemiro available? I think he is, isn't he? I feel like he is. Team news. Let's have a double check. Yeah, Casemiro is available. I think it's going to be Carvajal, Militao, Nacho, and Mendy, I reckon. Something like that. That feels right. But no Alaba. Nacho and Militao, yeah. I mean, they aren't. I mean, they could have a good game, but that's a defence that we can absolutely get at. So it's going to be something like, I mean, how do we think Madrid will line up? Should we try and work it out together? We'll work it out together because that's what we're all here to do, you know? Let me line this up. We'll work out Madrid's lineup. Let me just change the kit colour, you know? Get that over there, and secondary colour, you know, I don't know. We'll just put it white for now. So how do you think they'll play? So it'll be, you guys pick a team for me. Who's going to be in goal? It'll be Courtois in goal, you know? Courtois is going to start. I think it'll be some of that. Then I reckon it's going to be like Carvajal at right back. I think I spelled that wrong. Apologies. So that'll be Mendy over here, won't it? Who's this going to be? Nacho and Militao? I probably spelled that wrong. Once again, I apologise. It'll be something like that. Then it's going to be Kroos, Casemiro and Modric, do you reckon? I'm just putting them anywhere, you know. It's going to be this, isn't it? That'll be Vinny Jr. Who do you think is going to play the right? Rodrigo. Do you think Rodrigo will play? I think it will be that, I reckon. Rodrigo. I mean, it's a good team, isn't it? It's a good team. He's not great. I think it'll be that. Or Asensio. Yeah, it could be Asensio as well. I missed a super chat. I apologise. Let me jump over to the other side. Where's the super chat? Who was it? It was my man Ahmed again, saying thoughts on Carson and Edison's bond in training. I love it. Everyone loves Carson. Carson is an immensely popular man, and he helps him warm up as well. He's actually learning how to be a goalkeeper coach, I reckon. And I love it, man. Like, I love the fact that Carson's that popular in general. Like, Carson's just a fucking don, isn't he? He's an absolute don. A genuinely great man. So, yeah, I love it, mate. I love it. Do you reckon he'll play Valverde on the right wing? That's a Camavinga off the bench. That's an interesting shout. I mean, yeah, I don't think Rodrigo had a great game against us. People reckon it might be Valverde over here. It could be. I wouldn't be surprised either, actually. Oh, Valverde. It'll be, yeah. Either way, you know. Camavinga. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Camavinga starts as well, and they have like a. Who do you think he'd start for for Kroos? So they have a double pivot kind of thing going on. Him a little bit ahead of him, and Modric kind of a little bit further forward, something like that maybe. Camavinga's great. They might be, because obviously the midfield is where they were so bad last time that they might just fancy a bit of a change. It'll be something like this anyway. They're obviously a good team. We essentially we've just got to keep out bloody Benzema, innit? He's just such a quality footballer that he's essentially the real fear. Camavinga's only young, obviously still, but you know. Yeah, the ref is okay for us. The ref he gave us a penalty actually at the Bernabéu with the one that De Bruyne scored. I think he refed the 2-1 victory away at PSG as well. So basically, yeah, he's a good ref. He doesn't seem to be too dodgy and all that kind of stuff. Famous last words and all that. Do not be surprised if City do find a way to throw it up. But he's meant to be all right. He's meant to be okay. So I haven't got any particular, bugbear there or anything like that. But either way, this game. Like, what's my prediction? My prediction is confidence, man. Like, I'm confident. I trust this Man City side. Look, I've got a feeling the game could play out very, very, very similar to the first leg in terms of City creating loads of chances. City not being entirely clinical, of course. But, we have got a confident Gabriel Jesus right now, so I think that could help us in front of goal a little bit. But I think City will essentially... We'll score a few. I think we won't be surprised if it's like the first game, but instead of 4-3, it's 3-2 to Man City or something like that. But you've got to bear in mind, an early Man City goal puts insane amounts of pressure on Real Madrid, and they'll try and score an early goal because they'll feel like they need to catch up with Man City and so on. Even though it's only one goal in it, they'll feel that the best way to get Man City is to blitz them, use the atmosphere at the ground and all this kind of stuff. They'll feel that could be really important, and they wouldn't be wrong either. But I'm hoping to counter that. City are really, really aggressive themselves, and we get an early goal, all of a sudden that two-goal advantage becomes scary. It becomes scary for Real Madrid. So I think there's going to be goals in this game. I think it's going to be open. I trust Man City to get to the final. It doesn't mean we will. It's just my opinion. I think City will win on the day. I think it wouldn't be surprised if it's another very good game, like a 3-2 Man City. There'll be goals, but I'm going to go but at both ends. I'm going to go 3-2 Man City. Benzema, of course, been brilliant once again, but so will Man City. I think De Bruyne is going to have a masterclass. I think Foden, of course, has got a big moment in this competition. Bernardo will run a stupid amount because he's a stupid footballer. I'm confident, lads, ladies and gentlemen. I am very confident. And hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow for the watch along. And I'll have a few drinks tomorrow night, I reckon, as well. Fuck it, why not? I will be doing a watch along tomorrow night. I'll have a few rums with me. I will do some live chats as well. So if you want to have a chat to me, become a member and all that kind of stuff. I'll do some chats during the game. And of course, there'll be the match reaction and the fan view live. Come on, City. I also might do a bit of a chat tomorrow as well, if anyone's up for it, in the morning as well. I'll try and get some blues on for a big old Man City chat. It'll be good fun, I promise you. For now, though, come on, City. We are one step away from the Champions League final for the second year in a row. And I believe if we get there, we can do it. But we'll worry about it later. You may have noticed I barely talk about Liverpool for good intention. Let's worry about that later. For now, let's worry about Benzema and co. Come on, City. Thank you for watching this. You're all absolutely awesome. Fingers crossed we can do it. There's some people trolling because they're really, really bored and very lonely on the channel. Just, don't be so lonely, Trey. You're a try-hard. Trey. No, never mind. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another video, perhaps, in the morning before the game, and then, of course, for the game. Right, in a bit. Bye-bye. Come on, City. Don't let me down.